We, as humans, are all scared of something. No matter how tough or fearless you act and say you are, deep down, there's bound to be something that makes you feel uncomfortable and frightened. For example, I'm sure you've all heard of claustrophobia, the fear of being in tight spaces, and arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. However, in this video, we will cover the strangest and most uncommon phobias that you never knew people suffered from. Also, please note that some of these phobias are extremely hard to pronounce, so I'll be trying my best to pronounce them. Number 10, omphallophobia. People that suffer from omphallophobia are scared of belly buttons. Yeah, belly buttons. Like, how could you be afraid of this cute thing? Makes you want to just squish it. On a more serious note, a British newspaper featured a 25-year-old student doctor in 2018 who suffered from this unusual phobia. The Daily Mail said that she suffered from panic attacks and felt physically sick when seeing another person's belly button. She said that she felt like she was being touched on her insides when touched on a navel area. Number 9, nomophobia. This is the fear of being without a cellular device or the internet. This video is about uncommon or unusual phobias, but honestly, this isn't even an uncommon phobia anymore. With almost the entirety of the youth today being on the internet, and at a younger and younger age, there will only be an increase in the amount of people with this phobia. In my opinion, this is mostly fault to short-form content and brainless stimulating videos, which have turned people's attention spans into one of a goldfish. Number 8, tyrophobia, the irrational fear of cheese. And you know what? I think this is the first one I can somewhat relate to. Not only does the taste make me feel sick, but whenever someone in my family is eating something with cheese, I always make sure to cover my nose and sit far away from the cheese. And when it gets too unbearable, I leave the table and eat my food somewhere else. So yeah, I think this is something I can relate to. Number 7, epiphophobia. This phobia ties back to nomophobia, where we talked about young people that can't live without their phone. But this time, the people that suffer from this phobia are actually scared of them. They're scared of the kids. It is the irrational fear of young people or adolescents. This is most common in adults and the older generations. Studies show that these people usually avoid younger people because they're afraid of criticism and being overly aggressive towards them. They also don't like interacting with kids because they think that they get too easily offended. I think that this isn't too crazy of something to be afraid of, especially as an adult. Personally, when I get older, I feel like I could be exactly the same way, because with the way things are going, things aren't looking too bright for the upcoming generation. Number 6, catophobia, the fear of hair. More specifically, the fear of loose threads of hair on your head or strands of hair on clothes. Contrary to what you may be thinking, catophobia is one of the most common phobias on this list, with an estimated 5% of the world's population suffering from it. I guess that's a win for the baldies out there. Number 5, hippopotomonstrosis Hippopottomonstrosis which you may have guessed it, is the fear of long words. There aren't too many actual causes for this phobia, but for me, when I think of this phobia, I think of like when you're in class and you're reading a book or passage, as your teachers may call it, and the teacher calls on you to read a portion of the text. Maybe it starts out fine, and you're flying through the passage, but before you know it, you must read the longest and most random word in your life that you've never even heard anyone use. As you try to read out this abomination of a word, you feel so embarrassed because it sounds like you're just learning to read again, and you feel like everyone is watching you. And even in some cases, the teacher even helps you to read the word, which is even more embarrassing. That's what came to mind when I heard about this phobia, and I thought it's something most people can relate to. Number 4, isoptrophobia, which is the fear of mirrors. This fear may stem from superstitious beliefs about mirrors, not liking what you see in the mirror, or simply you watch the horror movie that had mirrors inside of it. Like any of the phobias in this video, people that suffer from this phobia can experience extreme symptoms such as hyperhidrosis, nausea, and even heart palpitations. Some common behaviors of people with isoptrophobia are removing mirrors from their home, not buying items that contain mirrors, and even avoiding car mirrors, which is not the safest, but at least in modern cars, they have rear view cameras on the car screen. So everyone is happy, right? Oh wait, aren't those mirrors too? Number 3. This one is about to get real stinky. Ablutophobia, the fear of bathing. You may be wondering, isn't that just what esports streamers have?
Mom made me.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But the only difference is that these people have an actual excuse not to clean themselves. It can affect a variety of age groups, such as infants or even grown adults. The causes of this phobia can vary for these age groups. For example, in infants and babies, the primary cause is the rapid change in temperature, which makes them feel unsafe. As for adults, it can be caused by traumatic experiences related to water. Not only does this prevent them from bathing, but it also makes it difficult for them to go in pools or the ocean. Number 2. Triskaidekaphobia, the fear of the number 13. This person may also have a general fear of numbers, which is called numerophobia. Some people can also fear the number 4, and the phobia for that is called tetraphobia. This is very common in Chinese culture, where the number 4 is actually pronounced the same way as death in Chinese, and it is a symbol of bad luck. As for the number 13, it is related to myths, superstitions, and religion. Although I have the utmost respect for any country's culture, I just cannot see how someone would be scared of a number. In all fairness though, I am terrified of bees, wasps, and anything that stings and flies. Now moving on to the last phobia. I had no idea a phobia this specific and random could even exist. Here we go. Arachibutyrophobia, the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. You could have been scared of heights, spiders, killer clowns, but no, you went out and chose to be scared of peanut butter. This is considered the rarest phobia in the world, and I don't think anything is getting in the way of that title. And I think the people that have this phobia should stick to a more liquidy peanut butter, so there's less of a chance that it sticks to the roof of your mouth. That concludes this video on phobias, and if you made it this far, please comment down below any specific phobias that you have, and if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know what other videos you would like to see in the future. I'll see you in the next one.